In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB slate for June 16th on Sunday, Father's Day. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our June 16th MLB slate we got going on for Sunday, Father's Day. Before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel. Currently at 5.93 thousand subscribers. Our goal is 10,000, and this is the road to 10,000. We are on our way, all right? You guys continue to show that love and support. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. It helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a broader audience here. If you're not subscribed, you guys are 110,000% missing out on a community that we're building on YouTube and on Patreon as well. So I highly recommend you guys hit that like button. That helps. Comment down below and definitely join the community that we're building right now. Right now, for the Patreon, we have been starting to get a little bit hot here. Obviously, more towards the baseball since this is coming to the end of the NBA season here. So on the previous night, we had a successful community parlay right here with the Washington Nationals, Guardians plus 1.5, and the Atlanta Braves. Also, I gave out the Dallas Mavericks on the money line. That came through as well. And for today's MLB parlay, which is Saturday, the Chicago Cubs and the Baltimore Orioles came through as well. That was the nice two-leg double up with a little bit of juice on there that I gave out to everybody, and that hit as well. So if you want the premium plays, if you want to just be connected with a group in a community that's going through every single slate, they're talking about UFC, NHL, what else? Horse racing's going on right now. Everything is in that link provided down below in that Patreon when you go into the chat. All right, so it's not just me giving you picks. We have guys and girls in there going through slates each and every day, putting up big money here and trying to win. All right, so I highly recommend you go to that link provided down below. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and SIGNUP Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. In Nationals Park, we're going to kick things off with the Washington Nationals 34-36 going against the Miami Marlins 23-47. Looking at the current odds right now, we have the home favorite here, Nationals minus 120 here with the comeback of the Miami Marlins at a plus 100. The total runs are set at 8. For the public bet percentage here, we have 98% of the bets, 97% of the money towards the Washington Nationals here. So a slight favorite at home, but majority of money is coming in on that. That's a little bit of a question mark there. Total runs, 53% of the bets and 55% of the money coming towards the over 8 runs. In this particular environment here, we have Jesus Luzardo, 3-5 with a 5.11 ERA. That does not justify what he's done this season. And then Mitchell Parker here, 4-3 with a 3.21 ERA. All right. So for Mitchell Parker here, he's been pitching very well, limiting damage. Versus righties, he's given up a 207 batting average, so a .207, a 1.02 whip, and the BABIP is at 226. So very low numbers here against righty. He's been very solid as well. Both of these pitchers are lefties, all right, and both of these teams are bottom of the barrel going against left-handed pitching. So that's going to benefit here when we're talking about the total, all right. So Jesus Luzardo has been solid this year, but he does have a few blow-up spots. But it's mainly against pretty solid offenses here. Against Tampa Bay, he gave up 9 runs. Against the Yankees, he gave up 7 earned runs, and against the Braves, he gave up 5 earned runs. So in certain spots, he's given up a big number, but other than that, he's been very good, going out, giving out no runs, giving out a nice high strikeout percentage as well. Jesus Luzardo has been very good this year, despite some of the blowups. So I do not look at his ERA and think he's a trash can. Okay, he's been very good. He has a lot of potential here. I think this game in this particular environment is going to be under 8.5. So give me the total runs under 8. So it's moved. It was 8.5. It is now 8. So I would hop on that under right now. I think this game goes under the total. And I'm going to be on the underdog here in the Miami Marlins. I think the better pitcher in this matchup here is going to be Jesus Luzardo and his strikeout capabilities here. So give me the Miami Marlins on the money line. If you want to take the plus 1.5 on the Marlins, I don't know. They're not giving me that number right now, but it's most likely going to be around that minus 160 range here. So give me, I'll take the plus 1.5 for the Miami Marlins and flip it. I'll take the money line as well and give me the under 8 runs in what I think will be a pitcher's duel, because these two teams struggle against left-handed pitching mightily. Next game up in Rogers Center here, Toronto Blue Jays 34-36 going up against the Cleveland Indians 44-24. Looking at the current odds right now, we have the Blue Jays at home minus 140 on the money line, with the comeback of the Cleveland Guardians at a plus 115. The total run set at a 7.5. So low number of totals here between these two teams. For the public bet percentage, 74% of the bets, 61% of the money coming in on the Toronto Blue Jays. We have a little bit of sharp money and some sharp money coming in on the Guardians to be a sneaky underdog here. That's why you see the bigger percentage in the money. For the total runs, 57% of the bets towards the over, but 74% of the money towards the over 7.5 as well. So more public and sharps towards the over 7.5 in this particular game. Ben Lively here, 6-2 with a 2.59 ERA, going up against Jose Barrios, 5-5 with a 2.93 ERA. Ben Lively, he is a little bit worse on the road with a 3.09 ERA. He allows hits versus righties. He's given up a 279 batting average, a 1.35 whip, a 329 BABIP. That's not good. So this is gonna bode well for right-handed at bats like Vlad Guerrero, Justin Turner, Danny Jensen, and George Springer. Those right-handed at bats for the Blue Jays are in good spots here against Ben Lively. All right, Jose Barrios on the other end has been elite at home, only giving up a 1.82 ERA. I'm loving what he's done at home. He's making sure he's handling things in Toronto. I think the Blue Jays, with this series being 1-1, I think they close out this series and take the lead 2-1 in this game. Give me the Toronto Blue Jays at home on the money line, minus 140. I think the right-handed at-bats will get to Ben Lively. You can consider that minus 1.5 as well. And I'm going towards an over-under. I'm going to slightly lean towards the under 7.5 runs. Next game up in Citi Field, we have the New York Mets, 32-37, going up against the San Diego Padres, 37-37 here. For the odds here, we have road favorites, the San Diego Padres, minus 120 with the comeback of the New York Mets at a plus 100. The total run set at a 7.5. For the public bet percentage, 96% of the bets, 99% of the money on the Padres here. Total runs, we have 53% of the bets coming in towards the over, but 67% of the money is coming towards the under. All right, and the reason why more money is coming in on the under, we have a very good pitching duel coming up here between Dylan Cease, who's 6-5 with a 3.36 ERA, going up against Tyler McGill here, 1-3 with a 3.51 ERA. For Tyler McGill in the Mets, he's been solid this year. His expected numbers show that there should be some regression to right-handed at-bats. So watch out for that. But other than that, he's been really good the last couple of years when he's getting the opportunity to start. Dylan Cease has been outstanding this season. He has a 3.00 ERA on the road. He dominates righties as well. A .78 home run per 9, a 33% K rate to righties, a 194 batting average, a .91 whip, and a 2.61 xFIP. So phenomenal numbers across the board for Dylan Cease here. I'm going to give you a little hint where I'm going to lean in this one here. On Father's Day, we're going with the Padres, if you understand what I'm saying. All right, so give me the Padres on the money line, minus 120 here. We got the pitching matchup edge here as well. And I think the bats get cracking. Not go crazy, but they come through with some very crucial hits here so they can get away with this win against Tyler McGill, who's been solid. And if they get in that Mets bullpen, then that's definitely where they can succeed. All right, so give me the Padres on the money line. I would consider them at a minus 1.5 as well with that plus 150. And I'm going towards the total. Give me the under 7.5 runs here, which I do think as long as these two starting pitchers go, the under is going to be at a strong standing point. In American Family Field in Milwaukee, we have the Brewers, who are 41-29, going against the Cincinnati Reds, who are 34-36. We have the home favorites here, Brewers minus 125 on a money line with the comeback of the Cincinnati Reds at a plus 105. The total runs set a little bit higher here at a 9. For the public bet percentage, 99% of the bets, 100% of the money, all over the Brewers here. For the total run, 60% of the bets towards the over and 73% of the money towards the over as well of that 9 runs. Starting pitching matchup that we got here, Frankie Montas, 3-5 with a 4.55 ERA, going up against Colin Rea here, 5-2 with a 3.31 ERA. Frankie Montas has been okay this year, but he struggles against lefties very mightily here. A 1.63 home run per 9, a 289 batting average, a 1.70 whip, a 315 BABIP, and a 5.06 xFIP. So across the board, left-handed at-bats crush Frankie Montas, all right? Colin Rea has been pretty good at home. He's been elite at home with a 2.72 ERA. He does give up some power to lefties here, and he's going to see 6 lefties in this lineup when you're going up against the Cincinnati Reds. That's a huge question mark. All right, the power numbers against lefties is a 1.73 home run per 9, and the whip is at almost 1.5. So a 1.5 whip, and the home run per 9 is almost 2. All right, 1.73 there. And he's going to see a ton of lefties. So my favorite bet in this one is going to be the over 9 runs. I think both of these teams are going to be able to put runs up on each other. Despite the fact Colin Rea has been strong at home, this is not a good matchup going up against the Cincinnati Reds with the amount of left-handed at-bats that he's going to have to go up against. So the choosing a winner is going to be tough. I love the over 9 runs. So over 9 runs, and if I had to lean with someone, I would go with very slightly, I would lean towards the Reds. But the main play, over 9 runs. Next matchup here, we have San Francisco Giants going against the Los Angeles Angels here. 34-37 Giants. Angels are 28-42. Looking at, they don't have a line yet right now. So what I'm going to be telling you right now, I'm just going to go over the pitchers, and I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be leaning in this particular game here. So we have Jose Suarez here, 1-1 with a 7.08 ERA, going up against Kyle Harrison here. Both of these guys are left-handed pitchers. Harrison is 4-3 with a 3.96 ERA and a 1.33 whip. All right, so Jose Suarez is a complete gas can here. He has a 5.17 ERA on the road. He has a 5.07 xFIP, a 1.73 whip, and the batting average is 277, and he is horrible against right-handers. So you got a left-handed pitcher that can't pitch to righties. That does not mix well. For Kyle Harrison here, he has been serviceable this year, very mediocre, nothing great, all right? He's much better against lefties. Even though he is a left-handed pitcher here. So he's going to see mostly righties, but in the lineup for the Angels, he's going to see at least 4 lefties, okay? He's decent against right-handed pitchers. That's the benefit there. I'm going to be leaning with the side of the Giants. Whatever the number comes out to be, is with these two teams, it might be around that minus 160 range. I would imagine that, because both of these teams are both under 500. Both aren't that great. So I would imagine to be around the 160 to 170 range. Give me the Giants on the money line in this one, and I imagine the total to be around 9 runs. Okay, with these two pitchers on the mound, especially with Suarez, it's going to bump up the total here. So give me the over 9 runs. And let me know in that comment section how accurate I am on this prediction, okay? So remember, I said Giants money line around 160 to 170, and the total runs is going to open up at a 9. So we're going to go with the money line Giants and the over 9 runs in this particular matchup here. Jose Suarez is definitely someone you want to continually pick on, just like Andre Palante, someone we picked on in the previous video. Jose Suarez is someone that you definitely want to pick on as well. Speaking of gas cans here, Chicago White Sox 18-53, Arizona Diamondbacks 34-36. Looking at the current odds, we have the Diamondbacks minus 175 on the money line, with the comeback of the White Sox at a plus 145. The total runs are set at 8. All right, that's shocking because I did expect it to be just a little bit higher here. We'll get on that in a second. The reason why I think it'll be a little bit higher. Full game public bet percentage, 90% of the bets, 82% of the money towards the Arizona Diamondbacks. Everyone just hopping on the bandwagon here, taking advantage of the Chicago White Sox and how bad they are. And they are, granted, they are very, very bad. All right, total runs here, 51% of the bets, 53% of the money towards the over 8 runs. So we got some money here and sharps towards the under in this particular pitching matchup. And the pitchers are Drew Thorpe, who had his first start last week. Pitched fine. He's 0-0 with a 1.80 ERA. Going up against Jordan Montgomery, 4-4 with a 6.58 ERA. And yes, when you see that ERA of 6.58, he is every bit of bad that ERA is. All right, every single teensy little bit. That's how bad Jordan Montgomery is. All right, so Jordan Montgomery here, absolute gas can. He has a 7.71 ERA at home, a 1.54 home run per 9. He's given up a 341 batting average. He's given up a 1.85 whip, and the xFIP is at 5.04. So this is a perfect spot here where the Chicago White Sox can finally get things going. I expect them to put up some runs against Jordan Montgomery. If you want to take advantage of the first 5 innings, money line for the White Sox, the first 5 innings over runs, you could take that. I definitely think you should go towards that. If we're going full game, give me the Chicago White Sox on the money line. If you want to be safe, take the plus 1.5 at a minus 150. That's a very solid number there. And for the total runs, give me the over 8 runs. I think that the White Sox backs will get to Jordan Montgomery, and I think Arizona can score some runs against the bullpen of the Chicago White Sox once Drew Thorpe leaves. So I expect a lot of runs in this game, but I do expect the Chicago White Sox to squeak out a win in this one here to end the series between these two teams. Next up, we have the Seattle Mariners 41-31 against the Texas Rangers 33-36 here. For the current odds for this game, we have the Mariners at home as favorites. Money line at a minus 140 with the comeback of the Rangers at a plus 120. We have the total set at 7.5. All right. For the pitching matchup, we have Dane Dunning, right-handed pitcher, 4-5 with a 4.80 ERA and a 1.23 WHIP. Going up against Logan Gilbert here, 3-4 with a 3.19 ERA and a 0.97 WHIP. All right. So Dane Dunning has some home road splits here. He is 5.79 road ERA. That doesn't bode well for him. He is putrid, absolutely putrid against the left-handed at-bats, and he's going to see 5 lefties, all right, in this lineup for the Seattle Mariners. Also, his numbers against lefties, 2.74 home run per 9, a 1.57 whip, and a 4.75 xFIP. So these are bad numbers here going up against the Mariners here. We're waiting for them to really get cracking offensively wise. They have outstanding pitching, but these bats to get awakened still hasn't fully happened yet. And this is a spot where they can definitely hit Dane Dunning. All right. Logan Gilbert, on the other hand, is another stud that this rotation has for the Seattle Mariners. This is a great spot for Gilbert at home against these Rangers. I'm going to be all over the Seattle Mariners here. Give me them on the money line. Give me the minus 1.5 as well for the Mariners. I love them there. If you want to go towards that first 5, take advantage of Dane Dunning and the fact that in these first 5 innings he's going to be pitching. Take advantage of that in the first 5 for the Mariners. And I'm going to go towards the over 7.5 runs. I expect that many runs, or mostly that 7.5 to be covered by the Mariners here in this game. Let's move on to the next. In Fenway, we have the Boston Red Sox 35-35 going against the New York Yankees 50-22 here. Yankees road favorites -150. This has been an absolute dominant team this year, with the comeback of the Boston Red Sox at a +125. Looking at the total runs, it is set at 9. For the public bet percentage here, 91% of the bets, 97% of the money towards the Yankees. For the total runs, 69% of the bets and 69% of the money towards the under 9 runs here. Then these people are sharp right here. We got a starting pitching matchup here. Marcus Stroman 6-2 with a 2.82 ERA, going up against Cutter Crawford 2-6 with a 3.47 ERA. For the Yankees, Marcus Stroman has been elite on the road. This is where he pitched the best, all right? 1.56 ERA on the road. He is very, very strong against right-handed at-bats as well, with a .79 home run per 9, a .207 batting average, and a 1.06 whip, with the BABIP at a .276 as well. So very strong numbers against righties. And that's what he's going to be seeing majority in this lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Cutter Crawford has been solid this year. He does have an ERA of 4.11 at home, but he has very strong batter versus pitcher against these Yankees. And I expect this game to be a pitcher's duel here, to be the finale of this 3-game slate that they got going on here. So I love my favorite play here is going to be the under 9 runs here. I'm going to be joining the public here. I like the under 9 runs, and I'm going to lean towards the Yankees to squeak out a very tough win here against their rivals in the Boston Red Sox. That's going to be our breakdown for the Father's Day slate on June 16th. Let me know in that comment section down below, what are your thoughts? Are there any games that I didn't go over that you really like? Let me know in that comment section down below who you think is going to win those games. Maybe you could throw some props down there as well. Maybe you just want to say what's up. Comment down below. I expect you guys to do so. I appreciate you guys so much. Continue to show that love and support. If you want to sign up for the premium plays, that link is provided down below. And I'll be back with another video very soon. All right. Peace out.